Hello, and welcome to Module 1 where we'll discuss who is involved in a transaction. This will include the key roles, responsibilities, and timelines you will need to know as a conveyancer. You're about to start an amazing new chapter. Literally and figuratively, we will be uncovering a lot of information throughout each lesson. Remember to take breaks. Maybe it's a 15-minute walk, or perhaps a pause until tomorrow. If you feel you are overwhelmed at any time, that's okay, because there is a lot of information being presented. Part of your learning journey is to be aware of when you are starting to feel overwhelmed. In this industry, knowing when you need to take a break is very important, and taking a pause before you burn out is vital. Working and learning with a clear head is much more effective and efficient than powering through. You can always come back and re-watch any section. Reward yourself for taking this initiative and celebrate after each lesson. We have provided handouts in the Materials tab above. You can print these out and follow along, or take notes on your own. A key thing to remember is if you learn something in a section of the video, pause it, take down the information, and then continue on with the course. At the end of each lesson, we have a knowledge review section with questions to complete. We would encourage you to test yourself without notes. You can always retake the quiz until you're confident in your knowledge. When you feel comfortable with the information, continue on to the next lesson. This lesson provides a high-level overview of the role of each party involved in a standard transaction. We will be covering some vital information which will build a foundation for upcoming lessons. A buyer is also called a transferee or purchaser. This is the person or corporation that is acquiring real estate from another party. Generally, the term buyer is used when there is a contract involved, and transferee is used as a more technical term, such as on land title documents, and when no formal contract is involved. The seller is also called a transferor or vendor. This is the person or corporation that is transferring the real estate to another party. A good memory hook is to remember the O for owner is used in the words vendor and transferor. A realtor or real estate agent is the person or persons assisting the buyer and seller. The listing realtor is the person that lists the property and assists the seller. The selling realtor is the person that assists in finding the property and sells it to the buyer. Also note that the correct pronunciation is realtor, not realtor. All realtors must practice under a real estate broker or brokerage. Real estate brokers have completed additional training and licensing, and often hire a number of realtors to work within their brokerage. Although in some cases you will be corresponding directly with the realtor, the majority of your communication will be with the brokerage. They are the go-between for the realtor and outside parties, and will assist in providing documents to the firm. A mortgage broker assists a buyer in obtaining financing. As opposed to working directly with a specific bank, the benefit to using a broker is that it is their job to ensure the best rates and terms for their clients. Brokers charge a fee for their services, which is paid either directly by the buyer or incorporated into the financing. Note that in some cases, this fee will be adjusted by the conveyancer for the broker upon request. The mortgage lender is the person or company that actually provides the mortgage funding. Lenders range from family members to private investors to large corporations and the Big Five. The insurance company is the corporation that actually insures the property and will pay out any future claims. An insurance agent, much like a mortgage broker, works to obtain the best rate and terms for their client. It is important to distinguish between agent and company, as you will be requesting your insurance binders through the agent and not the company. This will save you a lot of headache. The strata management or manager is the person or company that manages the operations of a strata. Any property zoned as a strata must adhere to certain regulations. Strata managements can vary from self-managed by owners within the strata to large corporations. Knowing the difference will help you when ordering forms. The lawyer, notary, or representative is the person and or firm that represents a client. Generally, the seller and buyer will each have separate representation, but in some cases, one firm may act for both sides of a transaction. There are many differences between lawyers and notaries, however, in a standard conveyance transaction. The work done is generally the same. Throughout this course, for ease of reference, we will refer to the lawyer, notary, and firm interchangeably. And this brings us to the conveyancer. This is the person responsible for bringing all of the moving parts together. The conveyancer is responsible for communication with clients and third parties, information gathering, document preparation, registration, and reporting. We will dive deeper into the responsibilities of a conveyancer in the following lessons. At this point, you should have a basic understanding of who is involved in a standard transaction. In this next video, we will review what we've learned and wrap up this lesson with a quiz. In the following lesson, we'll dive deeper into the responsibilities of each party involved. See you there.